Good morning, my YouTube family. This is Coach Erica Janelle. Sorry, I am driving through a construction zone as usual. But wanted to come before you guys and kind of give you a little bit more clarity on what we're going to be doing through the Oath Safe Space segments. Sorry, my phone holder is not doing what I needed to do, but nevertheless, okay. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little bit more insight as to what we're going to be doing and kind of what that entails. So with the Oath Safe Space segments, we are going to it's a support group. It's going to be 8 sessions long. It's every other Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And during those 8 sessions, we are going to be discussing any topics that are areas of trauma for individuals. So I created this support group because I feel like a lot of times people don't get everything they need from therapy sessions. As a person that goes to therapy, I've been going to therapy for the past 3 years, every week, just about. And I love my therapist. And I think therapy has its place. I go through therapy, not when everything is bad, but I go to therapy just to have a sounding board. And a lot of times she's my accountability partner. But oftentimes people find that therapy is limited in the sense of where you don't really get deep into the areas of trauma that causes you to think a certain way or have certain behaviors over the course of your life. And a lot of times your therapist will sit there and just listen rather than give you practical tools on what you need to do to move forward and to heal. And as a person that has gone through trauma therapy, it's very different from regular therapy. Not that this support group is going to be anything related to therapy. It is really just a place for all of us to come together, to be open, to be honest, to be vulnerable, and to share what we are dealing with. And I will provide practical resources and tools to kind of help you through your process of healing. Sorry, I have to hold this phone holder because it is shaking. But I wanted to do this group because I felt like there is a gap between what a person gets from just a regular therapy session or even talking to friends and family versus having a forum where people can freely talk, freely share, don't have to worry about being judged, don't have to worry about being perceived in any negative light, but you could share any of your deepest, darkest things that you're dealing with or have dealt with in the past and you're trying to heal and overcome from. This is for people that want to make that change, that want to dig deep and is not afraid to go into the areas of their lives that are considered taboo. We will have all different kinds of people from all different kinds of walks of life. People that have been victims of domestic abuse, people that have been victims of rape, people that have been victims of incest, people that have been abandoned, people that have dealt with the murder of a loved one, the suicide of a loved one, those types of things. So it's all forms of trauma. It's not just one type of trauma. It could be your parents abandoning you and leaving you when you were very young, or your father not being there and you feeling that void of not knowing how to deal with the rejection of your parent, leaving you. So it's really meant to dig deep and really meant to help individuals go through those not so pleasant things and talk about it in a forum where nobody's going to judge you. At the end of our 8 sessions, we're going to have an oath ceremony, which I'm excited about, where we are going to give out certificates to each of the participants of the support group. And in addition, we're going to provide resources and practical tools that you can use to continue your journey through healing. I look at this work that I'm doing as something that I don't want it to be just an 8-week thing and then I leave you hanging. No, I want us to build permanent connections and, continue to share resources and tools to help one another through this process. So once this first session for Oath Safe Space segments is concluded in the 8 weeks, I'll be soliciting for another session, and we'll be continuing throughout this process as long as the Lord allows. So I just want to do my part to do something to help bridge that gap. I have been through so many life experiences and so many challenges and so many struggles and traumas in my own life. And there's some things that I have learned and some things that I have come through and some things that helps me get through it every day. I don't think we ever get to a place where we've arrived, but the difference is I am much more aware. I'm much more conscious of the issues and the areas surrounding my life. And I'm also working through my healing process. It's an everyday process for me. There are still times where I get sad. There are still some times where I deal with depression. There are still some times where I cry. But I'm still moving and I'm still pushing. And I found a greater purpose, which is to help other people come to that place of health and healing and wellness. So I encourage you guys not to be afraid. There will be no information shared in these sessions. So it is confidential. We will all be signing a confidentiality agreement. And it's just like family sitting around a table and talking about things that they need to talk about, the uncomfortable things that most people want to put a mask on and hide. But we're going to deal with it because we know that dealing with it helps you heal from it. So I just love you guys. I encourage you guys. Please sign up for our Oath Safe Space segments if this is something that you feel would benefit you. Remember, you can register at www.wetaketheoath.org under the events, the upcoming events page, and then it'll take you to the link for the Oath Safe Space segments. And then we also have our National Suicide Awareness event, which is happening next month on September 18th. You can also register in that area as well. I look forward to seeing you guys. I love you guys very much. And I didn't want to start my day without you. Have a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Bye-bye.